Hello again. Hopefully at some point this week, everyone has had a conversation with one of your AC members here and let them know what you thought about all the proposals being discussed this week. Our main purpose, of course, is here to get your feedback on how to move forward with some of these ideas. We do this, monthly on our calls, and we work on our mailing list and we work on the public mailing list, but there's definitely an efficiency to have everybody in the room talking at a social or in the hall. So hopefully you've had a conversation with them. Because the whole point is for us to take these ideas, advance them into, or develop them into draft proposals, take those draft proposals and evolve those ideas into real policy language that we would recommend, eventually get to last call and recommend to the board for adoption. We've actually recommended 2 proposals to the Board of Trustees for adoption since the last meeting in April. There's been 4 proposals that have been abandoned since April, not only because they were, they lacked community support, but some of those proposals that were abandoned were actually evolved into other policy proposals that are currently on our docket as the wording or the approach evolved. There's 4 new proposals that are currently on the docket that came into the AC since April. Those were all discussed here this week. And one other thing I was going to mention that has happened since April for the AC that was a little different than our normal routine was the AC has a number of ways to collect feedback from the community, and this is being one of the main ones. But this is a rather large production, being a public policy meeting. We have a scaled down approach, which is called a public policy consultation, or a PPC, that we can have at NANOG, which is actually incorporated into the policy development process where we can get official feedback from the community. But even that can be overwhelming in some cases when we want just simply to get specific information about maybe a particular proposal. So what some of the shepherds did in regards to 2017-3, the POC validation, they were curious about the approach where the original text actually suggested, rather than just disabling the online account, the original draft of the proposal suggested removing DNS records for unvalidated blocks. But they wanted some additional feedback, so they actually went to the NANOG meeting with this idea. And the AC worked with staff and the NANOG PPC and actually got a presentation slot on the ARIN agenda, or not ARIN, on the NANOG agenda in June, did the presentation and got really valuable feedback from the NANOG community, which in turn have impacted the wording and changed the proposal. So it was just a really good example of kind of everybody working together to get some valuable feedback. Overall, the workload within the AC is around medium. It's not too bad, but it actually seems quite manageable, mainly because the AC has been working really well together, and they're all putting in the time, so you made really good selections in your choice of AC members. And I really want to just thank them for all the work that they do, and thank you for letting us serve.
Any questions for Dan? Nope, thank you. I remember 2007. What a year.